Today we'll be talking about a new word. Now, before we can fully understand this word, we want to try and make sure we break it down and understand some things. So at the end of this word, we see that we have our cool friend, silent E. We're going to underline him because we know he's a silent E. And then we're going to write silent under the bottom. And we know that anytime we have a silent letter, or at least silent E, we know that it makes the other vowel say its name. And what name is this? A. So now that we have silent E gives our other vowel its name, we want to go over here and figure out what else do we not know. So we know that F says F, and then we know O says ah, but we have an R. And we know that when we see an O and an R, that is bossy R. And we know bossy R likes to take control of the sound. So we're going to put bossy right beside it. Bossy R. So we know bossy R, O-R says or. So now we know silent E makes this letter say its name. We know O-R says or. And now we're able to sound the rest of the words out. We know G says G. A says A because of silent E. And then we know V says V. So now, let's try and sound this one out. Now, even though I try and sound it out, I might want to break it up some more. I'm going to try and break up my first 3 middle letters, and then we're going to label them out to make sure we understand it. So let's try and label the middle 3 letters to find out what's going on. So we know G is the middle letter, and we're going to put a consonant. We know R is a consonant. And we know A is a vowel. We have consonant, consonant, vowel. Let's also do O. O is also a vowel. So now that we see vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. We know that when we see the syllable division rule with vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, we know that we can split in between the consonant. But just to make sure, let's try and use our hand to see when does our jaw open when we say this word. Let's sound it out. Forgave. 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 All right, let's use our hand. Forgave. Ooh, that's it. Forgave. Ooh, one more time. Forgave. Ooh, it hit that time. So now that we see that it hits on the sound gave, we know that we were right. We can split in between the C and C. So we can split in between this consonant R and the consonant G. And that gave us our syllable division, VCCV. The word forgave goes in the VCCV category.